Welcome to my YouTube channel and to my train room. On my own layout, I hand lay all my track. But for a commercial layout being built for a customer, hand laying is too time consuming and the resulting layout would be way too expensive. So I have to use ready to lay track. These are Walthers number 5 turnouts, and the layout I'm building for a customer right now requires some crossovers. As they come, they're too long, giving way too wide a track centre, so we have to shorten them. There's a couple of different ways of doing that. Rather than trimming the rails, I'm going to show you a much easier and much better way to combine these turnouts to make a crossover. So let me turn the camera around and show you how. Well, I've already made 2 of the 4 crossovers for this layout. I need 2 more. As I said in the introduction earlier, these turnouts come with a very long exit rail from the frog. We need to get it overlapped. But rather than take the rail nippers and just shorten it, I'm going to do it a much neater way. If you turn the turnout over, you'll see that there are jumpers between the rails of like polarity. We need to dig out the one that feeds the diverging rail. Just snip it off and then just break away the 2 ends. We don't need it anymore. And then I'm going to grab the rail with my rail nippers, or a pair of pliers will work, and I'm just going to slide it out, being very careful not to damage the spike detail because we still need that. Now let's repeat the same procedure with the other turnout. Now on the number 6 crossover that I did earlier, I found that the rails are already exactly the right length. On these I have to overlap it an extra 2 ties more than it would appear. I have to overlap it by 10 ties to get the right rail spacing. So what I'm going to do is come along here and trim 5 from each side. Now I found by trial and error that if I line it up with the regular ties, they're too long. I need to set it in maybe a 1/16 of an inch. And I'm going to cut the first 5. And cut the web, and then I'm just going to break that off. I'm going to do the same with the other one. And this has to be trimmed, as does this one. And now I'm going to line up the ties and with a Sharpie mark where the rail's got to be cut on both of them. And now take the rail nippers and cut it off. I'm going to start by cutting it maybe a 1/16 of an inch longer than I think I need it, because I can always retrim it, but I can't add it back on easily. And yes, they are still both a little bit too long, as I suspected they would be. And now they should go together.
Okay, these ties aren't quite short enough yet. If the ties are too long, they'll foul each other and distort the turnout. If they're a little bit on the short side, it really doesn't matter that much, because by the time they are ballasted and weathered, you won't see the gaps.
Well, that's all for this week. I know it was a very short video, but I hope the value was still there. I hope you found it useful. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next week. Bye for now.